That brings us, of course, to the last band tonight in Division 2 as they come on the field. And the color guard goes by. And the drum major, color guard captain. And the percussion finishes its work as the Old Orchard Beach crowd sets up their sets for their show. And it's Old Orchard Beach coming on in as the last band in this division tonight, the Seagulls Marching Band. The band director is Marilyn Goodnight, the drum major Crystal Plas, and the color guard captain Erica Latender. The staff, the assistant director is George Shabo, the percussion instructor is Jason Beam, the color guard instructor is Margaret Pitt, the assistant color guard instructor is Gloria Johnson, the movement instructor is Sean Seagraves. This drill was designed by Terry Keenan. The drill instructor is Chuck Pancho. And the music was arranged by good friend Terry White. Their program, Fanfare, Appalachian Spring, with soloist Amy Cody, sorry about that, Amy, on alto sax. Followed by The Promise of Living with soloist Sharon Asperschlager on mellophone. And they conclude with Rodeo. The soloist is Andy Smith on trombone. Well, Terry, I know this much. This, I believe, is the 14th year of this organization's existence, and Old Orchard Beach has won 10 state championships. They're going for number 11 here tonight.
And she's taking a radical departure from all the other years, and she's doing a more theatrical, classical theme, costuming, props, something we haven't seen from the beach.
Ever. And, exactly right.
It's working out for her, and it's a young band, very young band.
Very, very young band.
Which probably doesn't lend to the comfort level of the other band directors in this division for the future, but
no, they are something. They are absolutely an exciting group to watch, and their performance has been absolutely outstanding. So we'll see more of it, I would assume, tonight. No reason to expect that it's all going to suddenly fall.
It was fun working with the music of Copland, but when you're dealing with a young band, and when she gave me her list of strengths and weaknesses, you don't immediately think of Copland.
Right.
Because it is such exposed music and delicate music. And she's done a really fine job of treating the woodwinds. That could be an intonation nightmare if they're not on top of their game. And when I heard them at the Wells show, I was very impressed. It was the first time I had seen them this year.
And again, for those who have not seen them before, those are the new uniforms that we're looking at there. The new, at least the new tops of uniforms that we're looking at tonight. Band uniforms, as Terry was telling us at a past show, how expensive it is to outfit bands, and this is certainly no exception. So this group has taken it one piece at a time, you might say, and I think the next step, maybe next year or down the road, will be hats. They're working on it one section at a time, moving their way up from the pants to the tops, and then eventually to the hats. The Beach has been winning in this division consistently, of course, all season, and by very wide margins. Of course, as the numbers get higher, and we're going to be up into the 90s tonight, I would assume, it gets a little tighter. Things are bound to tighten up somewhat because there's just not much room left up there. So bands that are improving down below you are going to get a little closer because you can't go too much higher if you're on top, and we'll see that as well tonight.
It's one of the first seasons where I've seen bands in the 90s with 2 shows to go before the finals.
Exactly. Well, the judges are ready. And the color guard captain and the drum major, it's Crystal Plas. She will bring her band to attention. The 2 young ladies will give us their salute. It's Old Orchard Beach. marching band, Terry.
Didn't you once tell me it never rains at the beach? Notice it stopped raining.
It stopped raining.
Isn't that something?
Unbelievable.
Well, I think they had a pretty good night.
I think so.
Considering the field conditions and the weather they have to deal with, and the fact that it's a young band.
Yep.
With an enormous lead over the nearest competitor.
Exactly.
You know, it's a pretty good night.
Pretty good night indeed. The Seagull Marching Band. They're going to be parading in front of us. I know that they're going to do a little bit of a feature because I was told they would, so we'll catch them as they come by, and I think it's a color guard that will do a little something. They won't be the first. They may not be the last.
Even this is a departure for Old Orchard. They've never done something like this.
No, they never do. And they're, exactly, and they're going to come by, and I know that, I think it's the color guard. And here they come. This is the last band, again, in this division, Division 2. This is a very, very proud unit. There's a long tradition of extreme success. They in Westbrook, I guess we'd have to say, have probably been the most successful, at least in terms of winning championships and such, over the past few years, during the years of this activity in Maine. They've never competed against each other, of course, because the sizes are drastically different. Let's see if this color guard does do their little thing here as they come up to the 50-yard line. Yep, they're going to do whatever. That is Old Orchard Beach. That concludes Division 2. We're going to take a break, and when we come back, it'll be the big bands, Division 3, so we'll be right back.